Hey everybody, how's everyone doing out there? Obviously I'm driving, so gotta pay more attention to the road than what I'm looking at, or looking at you. I don't know, whatever I'm doing, I gotta pay more attention to the road. You ever notice nobody wants to let you back out? 3 people in a row. It's crazy. I have a point to this video. I just wanted to back out before I got to it. I gotta tell you, there is no such thing as common courtesy or decency anymore. It's kind of sad. I mean, I always let people back out if I'm seeing them, but whatever. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to let you all know that winter weather has arrived in Shenandoah, Iowa. It is very cold, it is slippery, and it is snowy, and this should not come as a surprise. It's November in the Midwest. So it should come as absolutely no surprise to anybody that it would be cold and snowy and icy. Okay, first of all, the first thing I wanted to point out, as I noticed as I'm driving around, is that because it's technically the first real snowfall of the season, everybody forgot how to drive. Nobody remembers how to drive on this. How do you live in the Midwest and forget how to drive on the ice and snow? Just slow it down, be a little more cautious, you know? No, nobody's doing that. They're all driving. Well, okay, there are a lot of people doing it, but there's so many that just forget how to drive, and it's not just here in Shenandoah. It's all over. How do you forget to drive on it? I could understand if you just moved in from like California or the desert or something to the Midwest, and this is the first time you're driving on this. But to forget from year to year how to drive on it for the first snow is ridiculous. Just slow down, be a little more cautious, watch what you're doing. Notice I'm not even looking at you people because I got to watch what I'm doing, which, you know, brings me to another point. I probably shouldn't be doing this while I drive at all anyway. But again, I'm not really paying attention to looking at anybody. I'm just kind of talking to myself. So anybody that sees me are like, hey, why is this guy talking to himself? You know, when I was younger and you were walking around talking and no one was with you, it was assumed you were talking to yourself. However, anymore with all these smartphones and whatnot, people just assume you're on your phone. Not really a point of the video or anything, just an observation. And this brings me to the second and final point of this video, and that's okay. We live in Shenandoah, Iowa. It's not a large city. It's not a small town. It's, I think, somewhere in the middle. You know, they're certainly not a large city. It's like a large town, I guess. And, okay, again, it should be no surprise in November that it could potentially get cold, snowy, and icy. I went to 3 places today to try to find ice melt. Nobody has it. Okay, now maybe I should have assumed this was coming. You know, I live in the same area, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to me either, so maybe it's a little hypocritical what I'm saying. But I don't run the Walmart, I don't run the Hy-Vee, and I certainly don't run the Dollar General. Okay, whoever's running those stores should probably have stocked up on this. Not only is it something that we're all going to need, but you're missing out on an opportunity to sell this shit. If even one of those places had stocked up on this ice melt shit, they would have made a killing today. They would have sold it all. But no, nowhere in town has it. And we're not a small town. This is a larger town. I know, I was kind of upset about that because I was hoping for a small town, and this isn't small. There's, I believe there are streets we haven't even driven on yet in over 2 years of living here. So it's not a small town. We also don't know very many people. We're kind of hermits, but that's really not the point I'm trying to make here. The point is that in the Midwest, it's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. It's going to be icy in November. Why aren't people more prepared for this? I wasn't even prepared for this, but again, I don't run a major retail store, so it's not really that big of a deal monetarily to me. It does, however, suck knowing that we have to carry our baby out to the car on a sidewalk that may be a little slippery. Guess what I'm trying to say here is that Epstein didn't kill himself. Toodles!